You're right. Good morning. Why do you look so surprised? You're like
surprised. I'm happy to be here. That was my like, hey everybody. Good morning.
That was excitement. I see. Okay.
Yes.
Hi everybody. Welcome to Going on Daily Live. My name is Becky. I'm here with Mr. Chuck Allen from Texas. Good morning.
What up, everybody?
It's gonna be a good show. It's gonna be the best show ever.
At the very least, this is going to be 1A. We've already determined that in our pre-show meeting. So here we go, folks. There's only been one better, and it was just a few weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago. That's right. So go back and look. 2 Mondays ago, Chuck and I were here. I had just gotten back from Africa. It was a great show.
It was 3 Mondays ago.
Was it already 3 Mondays ago?
Yep.
Oh, my word. And every day my tan just fades further and further into the mist.
Me too. Although, I mean,
you live in a hot
looking
climate.
bronze today. I'm feeling good. I went golfing the other day. No sunscreen. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. The fact that you get to go golfing and have to worry about sunscreen tells me that you're in the right place.
It was 94 degrees Fahrenheit, which I believe is like 3,619 Celsius. It's pretty dang hot out here.
Yeah, it's about 32 degrees. That's as hot as we get in the summer. We actually just got snow the other day. So
you don't say.
I do say. So it's a sad time to be in Canada. That's for sure.
I give a shout out to somebody in Canada real quick, if I may. My friend Matt Radford, who is leaving his job at Roofer to go back into the roofing field. Matt Radford, he's Canada's greatest roofer and super guy. So shout out to you, Matt Radford. I know you're probably watching.
Did you figure out where he's from yet?
He's from, I think, the same place as you, Alberta.
Okay.
I think.
You think?
I'll find out.
Just say, hey, what city are you in? I will know.
I'll find out.
Oh, Adam Hurley is here. You got a punchable face, Ice says. I don't know who you're talking about. I hope it's not mine.
I hope it's me.
I hope it's not
Bring
mine.
it. Just saying.
So, yeah, we got a good show today. It's Bear Week.
Bear Week.
Bear Week. We got some good topics about bears, I think, coming up. I've got a real life story. You've got, I think, a real life story with a bear.
I got 2 real life stories on today's episode. One does involve a bear.
Everyone loves Storytime with Chuck. So why don't you take us into it before we even get super off topic, which we usually do.
Yeah.
But wait, was that a bear? You like how I did that?
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. And it's like, wait, was that a bear? Mm-hmm. And the reality of the matter is, this is a pretty, well, I don't know. You guys be the judge. This isn't my interesting topic of the week. This is me just finding something cool about bears. I'm going to be really passionate in the next segment I do. But let me tell you a little story about 3 years ago, Becky. I was in Florida, Naples, Florida, to be precise. And basically what had happened is a friend of mine was doing a personal development conference in Naples, and he invited me to go down there and help him. Yeah, I definitely think Jim Rome has a punchable face as well.
Is that a football person?
I agree. No, he's a sportscast guy that like antagonizes people till they punch him, and he does, yeah. And his hair dye's pretty bad too. But
I have to Google that.
Let's not get off topic on Jim Rome here, because I go a whole segment on that alone. But I'm in Naples, and my buddy called me up because he was doing a personal development conference, and he wanted me to come down and help with selling some tickets to it in exchange for my time. I would be compensated, obviously, but then I would also get the opportunity to go on stage at this big event, which was a it was a checklist item for me. The year before, I literally told my friends, I will be on stage at this very event next year, and made that happen. So that's really just a minor detail of the story, but I needed to throw it in. So I'm there in Naples. I flew down. It was cool because I left San Antonio. I literally left my car in my parking spot. I left my glass door open and only the screen door, and I was gone for 3 months. And I went down there. I stayed in Naples, Florida. I was helping with this conference, selling tickets. I was teaching these young teenage guys how to, sell tickets to a conference on the phone, which I didn't know how to do it, but I was pretty good at convincing them that I did. And we did a pretty good job with it. So during my time there, I really didn't have that many friends. Obviously, I had Naples, Florida. I live in Texas. I was kind of, hanging out. There was a couple other people that were living in this beach house that I was at, and we were good, but it was like, age difference and whatnot. So my big thing was in June of that month, my friend Diego does an event every single year called 100 Mile June. And 100 Mile June is basically you pledge X amount of dollars per mile, or you get sponsors.
Okay.
Keep track of how many miles you do, and all the money we raise goes to help children be adopted, which is a pretty awesome thing. Diego's got a couple adopted kids. It's very close to his heart. And I opted that year, 3 years ago, to do 200 miles in June because I didn't have anything else to do. I was working or going to the beach house, and that was pretty much it. So every morning I'd get up and I'd go for this long walk like I kind of do now, but it was in Florida. So completely different scenario. It was much hotter there, and I got some pretty good results. But one morning, Becky, the craziest thing happened. Walking down the middle of the main road in Naples, Florida, which I think is probably called Main Street. I don't remember. Like, there's a Publix grocery store there and like some stuff. And I'm watching the TV because I was going to Planet Fitness. I go to the thing. I walk to the Planet Fitness, right? As I'm walking to the Planet Fitness, the news comes on, and breaking story comes on the news, right? Right as I'm getting on the treadmill, I'm like, oh, man, the local news, something crazy is going on early in the morning. You'll never guess what the crazy story was.
I have an idea.
As I was walking through the main neighborhood here, this main street, unbeknownst to me, right there in the exact same area, probably within like a 1 square block radius of me, there was a black bear just chilling, walking down the street. And they had it on video as they were doing it. And it was literally like right where I was just at. And they were like videoing it as it was going. So the moral of the story is, no, I never actually got into a complete altercation with a bear, but I almost did. And I bet that's probably pretty still unique for a bear story. I don't think anybody else could say that 5 minutes after they walked by, a bear was like captured on live news channel. And I actually saw where it was, and it was literally the exact spot. So that was the last time I did that walk. But there's bears in Naples, Florida. I had no idea.
Are there a lot of forests in Naples, Florida?
I guess. I mean, I've never seen bears before. I've never seen a bear in my life other than at the zoo.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that we had bears. I guess we have bears in Texas probably somewhere.
I would imagine you do.
We got massive amounts of coyotes here in San Antonio.
Oh,
and
cute.
well, unfortunately, you hear them massacring little pets and stuff in the middle of the night sometimes. And you can hear the struggle. So they're not that cute, but still probably better than having random black bears just walking down the main street. And
well, you remember I live in Alberta in Canada. So bears.
I gotta say, you probably are like, yeah, whatever. I feed the bears out front every morning. And to me, I'm freaking out, If you saw an armadillo, you'd probably flip. And it'd be like, oh, okay,
or like
there we
a
go.
Rattlesnake or something. Yes.
Yeah, rattlesnake, I think we universally agree. None of us are really
into that,
looking for that kind of love. So
no, we're not.
There you go. Wait, was that a bear? Is our opening segment. And I kind of knocked it out quick so we can spend a little bit more time on the other stuff.
Well, that's okay. We can still talk about it. Did you know there's a little rhyme for how you know how to defend yourself with a bear?
Please tell.
If
in case I ever experience this again.
That's right. If it's black, fight back. If it's brown, lay down. So
So the black bear is the one that I saw or allegedly would have seen. It would have been best for me to stand there and fight it, is what you're telling me.
That's right.
Rather than trying to run away, I feel like that would be the option that I would probably default to. I'd just start running and I'd probably be screaming and like, could you imagine if the news camera caught that? Like I just happen to be walking, I'm running, I'm screaming, just, oh my God. And then I would be viral once again for the wrong reasons.
And then they pan to the bear and the bear's like, I have no interest in this guy. And you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, the bear's just looking at me like, bro, I'm just out on my morning walk. What's your deal?
Yeah, exactly.
But if it's a brown bear, you just fall down and pretend like you're dead and they leave you alone. Kind of like if you're getting attacked by dogs.
Correct. A grizzly, you don't want to mess with a grizzly bear, obviously. And I don't know about polar bear. You shouldn't be anywhere near a polar bear.
If I'm in a place where I'm in danger of getting attacked by a polar bear, I probably deserve my fate at that point because I have tempted it by being in a location where there's a polar bear.
Well, I will say that Sharon lives in a place called Manitoba. So it is above, I don't know, wherever Hugo lives, it's above him. And probably like the Dakotas maybe, or even further over. What's one over from the Dakotas?
One over from North Dakota is South Dakota.
No, not down, over to the east.
Montana?
No, that's to the west. This is
Nebraska?
Your own country. Hugo's here. Oh,
Wisconsin.
Okay. These sort of
I said it first if that's the right answer.
This is where Manitoba is, above that. So Sharon lives in Manitoba. Churchill, Manitoba has the most polar bears on Earth, and it's north in her province. So
I could totally picture Sharon hanging out with polar bears too, like just chilling on the back deck, just hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
I bet.
Okay, I thought it was North Dakota. Yes. Okay, North Dakota, Wisconsin. Yeah, Montana is west.
Wait, did I say North Dakota? I thought I said North Dakota.
No, I said North Dakota. And you said South Dakota.
We're gonna have to go back and review the tape, folks.
Doesn't matter.
I think we're both right. We both meant the same thing.
That's right. We both just meant North Dakota.
Approach from different angles.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
We're both right.
So yeah, Churchill, Manitoba. Maybe Sharon's going to talk about it tomorrow. Who knows? But yes, Manitoba's 2 hours north of Hugo. Churchill is like way, way, way north, like Arctic, because Canada's massive, and then Canada turns into the Arctic. So it's way up there, but it's still in her province. So hopefully she talks about that tomorrow. If not, I will lead her into that direction.
This brings me to a real quick question. And maybe you're not old enough to even know this answer. You're probably not. I know you're in your early to mid 20s.
That's right.
Back in the day when I was a kid, there was this TV show called Northern Exposure. Okay. And it was supposed to be based in Canada. I know it was shot like in somewhere in Washington State, but it was supposed to be Canada. And I always wondered, asking a true Canadian, if you've ever seen that show, is that a true representation of Canadian life, or is it just like, that's not how things were? Because I'm starting to realize a lot of the things I see on TV are not exactly 100% factual.
Are you telling me that TV is fabricated?
I'm seeing things that are maybe leading me to believe this.
You know, it's unclear. I definitely have not seen this. I've heard of it. I've not seen it.
It was an excellent show.
A couple of episodes on YouTube, and I will.
It was in Rosalind, Washington. That's where it was filmed. I know that for
Rosalind, Washington. Okay, it's so weird to say, "Oh, this is a show about Canada," and then not even film it in Canada. That seems bizarre.
I think it's bizarre as well, but you know, who knows? Who knows the reasons?
Who knows the reasons? They actually film a lot of movies in Canada, Western type things. I want to say even Yellowstone was filmed a little bit in Calgary, near me.
Why would it not be? I found out the other day that a lot of movies were filmed in Bartlett, Texas.
Oh, well, what do you know?
Random. Bartlett. I had no idea, but they've got a cool, like, old Western downtown. I could see how it would work.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
I'd be into it. Okay, well, great story that you almost saw a bear. Next time you see one, make sure you either fight.
Next time, I know what to do. You never really did say what to happen if it was a polar bear.
I don't know. I think you just, I think for sure you just like say your prayers.
Yeah,
if it's
at that
white,
point, it's like,
say good night. That's what
there you go. If it's white, say good night. Okay.
You're dead for sure. Yeah. It will. There's no grace or anything like that.
Next time I'm fighting a bear, this is going to be the first thing. Like anytime I'm almost in like a life or death situation, like there's a little like angel that pops up that tells me what to do. Like one time I was going head on into a guardrail. And NASCAR driver Ricky Rudd was like, dude, hit the gas and steer left. And I did, and it saved me. I would have probably been dead right now. next time I'm fighting a bear, it's going to be the little Becky that's going to be like, if it's black, fight back. If it's brown, lay down. If it's white, say goodnight. And I'm going to know my fate right then and there. And it's going to be, hopefully that never comes into play. But if I ever have to face a bear, it's going to be on you to help me survive. Hilarious. This information is going to help all of us. And if you guys are watching this, if you're sharing right now and you're watching this and you didn't know, now you know.
Now you know.
Mm-hmm.
I hope someone can learn a lesson from this. I guarantee Sharon knows. You can't live in somewhere like Manitoba.
We may have absolutely stopped a potential bear attack.
We might.
We may have saved some lives today already. Only 14 minutes in.
Are we heroes? There is a chance that we are heroes.
Yeah, say so.
Well, if you are with us right now, like Hugo, like I don't even know who this other person was. Adam?
Hey, Adam's a fan. He loves our show. Okay. Tunes in every week.
I haven't seen Adam yet, but if you were watching with these guys, you were either on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble. What else are we on? X.
Oh yeah, we got all these things.
So that's on our socials. So right now you can watch us live at Rhode Island Broadcasting, at Kick, YouTube, and Rumble, at RI_broadcasting on Twitch, or Broadcasting RI on X/Twitter. Fun fact, the other day I tuned into Lena and Kenny's show. It was This Day in History. Kenny didn't know this. I filled him in according to my calendar from the dollar store that today in history on Saturday was Twitter's first tweet saying, just setting up my Twitter. It was real deep.
What year was that?
2006.
Oh,
I know.
Twitter, 20 years old, X, whatever you're calling it nowadays.
I
don't even have a Twitter. I do have an account, but I do not have it anywhere. I think if I looked at mine, it would be like just getting set up. 2006.
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably my text.
Pretty much, yes. Yeah, who knew? I had no idea that it was that old because I got Facebook in 2007. I did not even know about Twitter. I thought Facebook was the only thing after MySpace. So
I feel like 2007 was when I got this as well. That's when I got my very first laptop computer.
Mm-hmm.
And I had Facebook and I had like 2 friends. And now I have like
3 or 4.
Almost 7,000. And I don't even know like 6,994 of them. But
they're all like Nigerian princes.
Yeah. My Keeping It Real podcast is super popular in other countries.
I like that.
Yeah.
Good for you.
You know where my second most popular country is?
China.
No, Japan. Canada.
Oh, really? Well, I could see that because we speak the language.
100%. Lots of roofers in Canada.
Well, we have roofs here, so.
There you go.
That would have been a good segue into the Uganda segment, but we'll get there. You can listen to us after the fact. If you don't want to see our faces, we are on Spotify, Red Circle, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and Apple Music at RI Broadcasting. Sao Paulo is our second biggest cities. Wow, Brazil. See? Brazilians love to see our pale skins. Yeah.
Worldwide, baby. That's what we got. Worldwide.
You can also follow us on all of our social medias. We are on MeWe, TikTok, LinkedIn, Blue Sky, Gab, Parler, Space, Hey, which is literally just MySpace. Well, of course, on Patreon at RI Broadcasting, or you can just follow us on Facebook. It's probably easier to just do that. Going on Daily Morning Show, we post reels there. We will eventually go live. I don't know. There was a major issue with Ron's account. And so now we are in Facebook jail. If you don't know any of the things that I just said, go to RhodeIslandBroadcasting.net. You can find everything there. You can support the show. You can donate $10 million to the show. You can vote for your Hall of Fame on the show. You can find everything. So this month, as we've been talking about, 60s superstars. We got John Wayne, Paul Newman, Steve McQueen, Jack Lemmon, and Sean Connery. Sean Connery is well in the lead as of last podcast that I did. He's actually lost some steam. So someone voted for someone else. It might have been me. I voted for Paul Newman because he's kind of a babe.
Paul Newman, that's cool.
Because he's super babe. Although I haven't seen these other guys young, so maybe they're all babes, and then I'm gonna have to change my choice. But Paul Newman makes a mean salad dressing, and that's why I voted for him. I haven't seen any of these people in movies. I had to
the
go
salad dressing was actually my thing too with Paul Newman. I was like, he drives race cars and he makes great salad dressing. Right. But I went with John Wayne. I voted live on the air last week for John Wayne because John Wayne.
Yeah, it's John Wayne, I guess. I mean, I have a feeling at this point, 7 days to the end of the month, it's probably going to be Sean Connery, but who knows? Adam, have you voted? Hugo, have you voted? Who are you voting for?
There's unlimited voting as well. I voted 4,312 times for the Golden Girls a few weeks ago. So
and
step it up, folks.
They clinched it.
Yeah, they won Running Away. I take credit for that.
That's right. They were going to win anyway because it's the Golden Girls. It's the best show ever.
Uh-oh.
What do we got? Oh, what do we got here? Paul Newman. Oh, okay. Just a view of his crotch. Perfect. As a woman, I appreciate that. Ron immediately takes it down.
Thank you, Ron. Appreciate you taking that down immediately.
Oh, you're funny. Okay. Another initiative we've got going on RhodeIslandBroadcasting.net is our Uganda Fund. As the peoples know, anybody who's been here, I went to Uganda I came back a few weeks ago. And it was a life-changing experience. Of course, you don't realize how poor the world is until you travel. I thought, that we were struggling in Canada. Listen, you know what I have? Food and electricity and air conditioning and heat and a house that isn't made out of dirt. Okay. It's not a grass hut. And I have meat at any given time. And so there's a lot of people there who are really struggling. And I know you say, well, we have people here who are struggling. We have people in the States who are struggling. Yes, you are absolutely right. We do. Go with where your heart leads you. For me, I know that we have programs in Canada that people can get help. They don't have that. You literally just die in Uganda. And I don't mean to sound morbid, but that's it.
It's true. So, you get tossed out back and that's the end.
Yeah. Yeah. Like people are dying of malaria nonstop. Like that's just, you exist with mosquitoes. We have mosquitoes. We get bit here and we're fine. There, you get bit by a mosquito, you probably have malaria.
I only know 2 people that have ever been there, and one of them caught malaria and almost died. So thankfully, both of them didn't, but one did.
Few of the people from my trip got it, not us. Local.
Not Karen from Indiana.
No, not Karen. From
she's
Indiana.
good.
No, she's good. She's good. But yeah, we all just take Malarone, but you can't take that long term. Like it would destroy your liver if you lived there and took that every day. You would be dead just from that. So yeah. And typhoid is another one. Like you just drink the water and now you have typhoid. So it's like, it's crazy. Africa's crazy. I don't understand how or why, but it is. So anyways, we are collecting donations to send to different funds there. I have a very trusted source over there who will make sure that 100% of the money goes exactly where it needs to go. We are building roofs. We are getting kids medicine. We are sending kids to school. We are helping families like this one here. Who
that's a real family.
Yes, I took that picture of them.
There you go.
Yes, these are one of the families that lost their child. So just awful. Anyways, if you feel so called, RhodeIslandBroadcasting.net /Uganda-donations, you can help us out and we will get it exactly where it needs to go. Indeed. Okay, so Ryan Growth Exp is here. Appreciate it. I think you might be a bot, but I appreciate the comment, Ryan. Let's talk about bears. Of course, it's Bear Week. The boss.
The bears.
Okay, you found a good picture of the boss here. Let me just go ahead here, change my background if you so please.
Okay.
I've already pre-uploaded them here.
This is one of the things that you're known for, is having the different backgrounds going on. People never know exactly what we're going to see here.
Okay.
It looks today like this would be is that a brown bear or a black bear? What am I doing? I'm probably dead because I see white on it too. Like, well, this is the first example and I'm already dead. Like,
you're already dead. No, this is a grizzly for sure. This is a brown bear. So this is Boss or the Boss.
Yeah, I can see that.
And he's a big boy. He's from Banff. So I don't know if you recall last April, I was in Banff. I did a walk around show with Lena and Ira where I was outside in Banff. There was wildlife. There was deer. No, Banff is with an N, not an M.
Banff.
Banff. That's right. And
yeah,
Banff
just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Right. Banff. Yes. It's a beautiful place. If you ever come to Canada, if you ever come to Alberta, Banff is the place to be. It is absolutely beautiful. However, in Banff, there is a resident bear whose name is the Boss, like I said. I guess, side note, speaking of Wyoming, no, we were talking about Wisconsin, not Wyoming. But speaking of Wyoming now, I guess you guys used to have a famous bear, America famous, Wyoming famous grizzly bear. His name was Grizzly 399. So very specific.
Oh, quite a wonderful name there.
Yes.
Not 398, not 400, but 399 was famous.
Yeah, like
that's like Chuck Allen 210.
That's exactly. So Canada has an equally famous bear, although maybe not as famous because you don't know about him, but you will after today. It's a huge male grizzly bear, and it's actually Canada's most beloved bear. I think that's nice. To be honest, I'd never heard of it. My husband said, "Why don't you do The Boss?" And I was like, "Bruce Springsteen?" And he was like, "No, the bear." And I was like, "What is the bear?" And then I'm thinking, oh, like Jeremy Allen White from the show The Bear, who plays and he's like, "What are you talking about?" No, he's like the bear from Banff. So apparently there is a big old bear that's famous. So let me just pull up my topics here. He's thought to be 27 years old, maybe 28, 27. He weighs about 700 pounds. So like, compared to like a normal, like 200-pound man, he's triple.
Is that normal in grizzly bear size? I figure he's called the boss, not because he's little, like in most cases where you get a little guy or a big dude, you call him tiny.
Yeah.
I feel like this guy's earned the moniker of the boss through potentially some diabolical doings.
Yeah. Ron, can you look up what a normal grizzly bear size is? I think he's a big boy. But people say he's a big teddy bear type of guy, maybe.
They always are.
Yeah.
Harambe was too. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Harambe, that's right. Canadian wildlife photographer, a guy named Jason Leo Bantle, told the Cowboy State Daily, I'm guessing that's your publications here, that he is just a big teddy bear type. Now, has this Mantle guy actually, or Bantle, ever held him, cuddled him? I'm guessing probably not.
You would think not, but I mean, that would certainly add credibility to his statement.
Yeah, that's right. Hey,
otherwise, it's like, bro, how do you know? Come on.
Okay,
he looks nice on camera, sure. Would I go up and give him a hug? Yeah, I might let the camera guy do it first, just to see. Yeah,
for sure. That's right. Adult black bear size 150 to 500. So this dude is 700 pounds. Yeah,
he's obese.
He's a big boy, 4 to 6 feet tall. On all fours, 2 to 3 feet at shoulder. So he's a big boy for sure. His official name is Grizzly 122. I guess this is just how we
all right. Yeah, there we go.
How we classify these bears. I'm guessing they tag them when they're sleeping at some point or tranked. He actually survived once being hit by a train. That's how badass this bear is.
He's like the Chuck Norris of bears.
Yeah, that's right. Rest in peace.
Poor train.
Oh, yeah, right. Poor train. Probably derailed the whole train. Yes, Hugo, he's a grizzly. He's also fathered half of all the cubs born in Banff National Park. So that's
why he's the boss right there. Okay, now it makes sense.
Of Banff. He is just spreading seed everywhere he goes.
That's why he's the boss.
He is also full of scars. Including a very distinct one on his face. Now, did I also upload a photo of his face? I might have. One moment here.
I think if you father half the community, you're probably going to have scars from some of the bitter exes, if you will.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, all the baby mamas. So if I just get out of the way here, right by his mouth, you can see there's a little scar on his lip.
Oh, yeah.
And that looks like a bear attack. Actually, this is from another bear attack. His nemesis, Grizzly 136, also known as Split Lip.
Oh, okay. So
you think this guy looks bad? You should see Split Lip.
I'm guessing
where he got his name.
Yeah, his lip's probably not really split.
No, it says that it's ripped into what looks like a permanent snarl, which earned him the name Split Lip. So it sounds like they got into a fight, and I'm gonna guess the boss.
Like the boss won.
Yeah, I'm guessing. So it says that the boss lived. Oh, what are we uploading here? What do we
got? The boss. Okay, look at him.
Just cuddles. I just need some cuddles.
Can you also look kind of friendly? I guess.
Yeah, he does. Ron, look up Split Lip as well. I want to see this face of him.
We definitely want to see Split Lip.
Mm-hmm. So the American version, Grizzly 399, lived in Grand Teton National Park, and it was a female. She was struck and killed by a vehicle in 2024 at the age of 28. So that's really sad. They say that she was the most famous bear that ever lived in the wild. I don't know. She raised like tons of cubs. A set of quadruplets born in 2020. Oh my goodness, quadruplets! Your poor bear body. There's actually a documentary out there called "The Queen of the Tetons," and it's about her life. So check that out if you're into bears, because I am for sure. I'm gonna absolutely look this up. So the boss obviously hasn't achieved this level of fame. You know, she was on photos, and many of them were taken by this like one. Oh, well, it just looks like he's smiling.
I see the 136 on his ear. We know that's him.
Like, wouldn't they just rip that off? Wouldn't they just grab it and rip it?
I feel like it's probably like they're walking around with an earring or something. It's probably a cool fashion statement out there.
Right.
And
they're like, hey,
you know, he's got the yellow. The other dude's probably got like a green one or maybe a red.
Yeah, maybe. Well, he's cute. I like him. So yeah, the boss hasn't achieved the level of fame of 399, who didn't get a name, I guess. Even though she's that famous, she didn't get a name. But lots of stories and photos have been shared about him, especially of him getting hit by a train. Like, that's absolutely bonkers. There's also another story that he was found once eating a black bear. I thought bears
he knew to fight back against the black bear. I mean, he knew what was up.
Like, I thought bears were...
You thought they were all cool with each other? Like, they just hate everybody else?
I knew they were omnivores, but I just thought they were like more into like berries and stuff.
Sometimes you just meet someone that irritates you to the point, even if you're a bear. It's like, you know, it's probably the annoying next door neighbor, maybe a cousin. Yeah. And this dude's like, you know what? I got to do what I got to do.
Yeah, that's right.
And, you know, your little third cousin that comes out and annoys you sometimes has to be the victim.
Yeah, I guess.
That's why he's the boss.
Yeah, he's the boss. So until just recently, you know, he was the undisputed king of Banff, but Split Lip is still coming for his throne. It is like territory. You know, I
feel like the permanent scar, the permanent disfigurement of Split Lip, that equates to a loss. There's no coming back from that. Split Lip is going to have to do something worse to the boss, but I feel like he doesn't have the ability. I feel like Split Lip is going to be second the entire time, and his credibility is shot. It's like, bro, what happened? I mean, how tough are you really?
That's right. Ron reminded me that bears eat salmon. Yes, totally forgot. So they're pescatarian, but they don't eat bears. Come on. So yeah, because the boss was so popular and was kind of undisputed king, he had his choice of the ladies, and that's reflected in how many cubs he has.
He's got 73,000 children, folks.
Well, apparently it's not that many, because there are about 65 grizzlies in the national park. And he fathered half of them.
About 30 of them. I mean, you know, that's respectable good. If you're into that. That's
respectable. Listen, if you were a man,
if you're into, you know, putting the check marks up.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why he's the boss.
Yeah. So the boss and Split Lip normally stay in their respected territories.
Right.
But they have had their few clashes. So a big one was in 2024 in the summer of, and that's when Split Lip got that name, because that's when his lip got split. So afterwards, the boss languished in the field, and there was actually concern that he might have been seriously or even mortally wounded. They thought, we haven't seen him. He hasn't moved. 24 hours later, he just got up and walked away. So I don't know
just
if he
chilling.
Like,
he's
passed
like,
out. He was in pain, and he was like, okay, I'm going to just rest through this one. But just got up like nothing happened and walked away, and now he's the boss again. So he's kind of badass, you know?
Yeah, I definitely would have the boss on my side. If I had to go into battle against another bear, this is my number one pick. I'm taking the boss against
and the boss is chill. I think Split Lip is a little anxious. I think the boss is chill.
The boss just knows.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just know. And I see the confidence in his eyes. Look at him looking right at the camera, eye contact. He's like, hey, you know who I am, right?
Yes.
I'm not Split Lip. He's like, look at my face.
Yeah, exactly.
He
He's
just
only
got a
just got
little,
that little scar
that
right
was one of the
there, but
baby mamas that scratched him in an argument,
exactly. She
That's what it
wanted child
was.
support, cub support, and
And
he
that's
didn't want
Haram
it
baby,
because
or
he's
that's the boss being booted by wife number 31.
that's right.
He's looking
Exactly.
back saying, "Oh God,
Exactly.
I'm almost out of options."
So this is kind of a funny story. So, well, minus the bears dying on the train here. So there is a rail line that runs right through Banff. And then, of course, there is that concern that bears are getting hit by trains. They actually lost 5 in 2025 alone, 4 of them by train, one of them just on the big highway that goes through there. Yeah, it was about mid 2010, so let's say 2015. The boss got hit by the train. Doesn't say how fast that train was going, but it got hit by it and somehow escaped serious injury. And then he had another close call in 2024 with a train. But it's funny because bears actually go to the trains because they feast on grain that spills out from the rail cars. So they
There you
know when a
go.
train's coming, it
Makes
means that
sense.
there's food. The situation mirrors concerns actually in Montana. This happens as well. Glacier National Park, tons of grizzlies there have been struck by trains while eating spilled grain. In some cases, the grain actually ferments from getting wet from rain and snow. And you know what happens when we have fermentation? What happens? The bears get drunk.
Bears are having fun time. They
Yeah,
don't know what's going on. They don't even know there's a train coming.
And yeah, and this is what happens. They get drunk and they stumble in front of the trains. So apparently the boss has avoided this. Indignity is how they put it. So that's good. He's got a good sense about him. There are no reports of him getting drunk off of fermented grain. So
I mean, when you weigh 700 pounds, it takes more than just a few pieces of grain. I mean,
yeah,
he might be walking around constantly buzzed, and we don't even know because he's so big. It's like,
he just
hey,
might have
man,
a high blood alcohol level.
He's like the Andre the Giant of bears.
That's
they
right.
said Andre the Giant used to drink like 60 beers a day and like walk around like nothing happened.
Yeah,
that's probably what the boss is doing.
Yeah.
And I did want to add something to the story, if I may. This has got no factual base of any sort. I think last week I made it clear that this program is about entertainment and sometimes we embellish things. So I'm going to add a detail to the boss's story here.
Yeah.
Just to make it sound even more badass.
Okay.
I'm going to pretend, and you see my hands are here. I didn't really do this, but we looked it up, and the train that hit the boss was actually a bullet train. It was going 116 miles an hour. And basically, the boss just kind of bounced off and went for a walk afterwards. So he truly is the boss because 116 mile an hour train. And I don't encourage you to look that up. Just take my word for it. That's what happened.
I mean, we don't even have a bullet train, but you're right. This is a legit story.
It's absolutely legit true. With a little mix of BS. That's what I like to bring to the. I like to bring that to the table.
You're not wrong when you say he's like the Chuck Norris. Like you can make all these.
Train. I don't know too many people that get hit by trains and survive.
Yeah, that's right.
Matt Hughes, the UFC fighter, he's the only other person I can think of.
Did he really?
Yeah, he got hit by a train. It messed him up pretty bad, but he's still alive. I mean,
Hugo.
I don't know. That's one thing that I've always thought was pretty avoidable, but I've seen it happen. So I mean, I don't know.
I mean, you just have to respect the flashing lights and use your senses and look both ways, even if the lights.
I've never put myself in a position to get hit by a train. I just think that's just. I don't
drink to excess, so I think that's helpful as well. Hugo says he saw something. He thinks maybe he believes so that a deer or deer plural were eating grain that came off a train. They all died. Wow.
Well, that wouldn't surprise me either. That's the grain that's going into our morning breakfast cereals, folks.
Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, literally stay away from grain. At least if it came from North America. Our food is garbage.
Cheerios packed with mercury.
Ooh, disgusting. Okay, so anyways, to finish up this story, this photographer who says he's a teddy bear and like loves him, Bantle is his last name. He actually showed up at this guy's house. The boss showed up at his house when he was living in Banff.
The boss showed up at the dude that said he was cool?
Yes.
Okay, now this is a whole new twist of the story.
I know. It was the fall of 2024. He was gorging on crab apples from his neighbor's tree. Isn't that amazing? And in fact, the neighbor had planted that tree 4 years earlier with her late husband. It was like a little memorial type tree. And then she was going to cut it down to clear all the yard of crab apples to avoid tempting bears. And then the boss showed up and was eating all those crab apples. So, but then this guy Bantle wonders if the boss actually, kind of felt like a bond. This guy had been observing him for years, taking videos, actually moved to Banff to be with him or to document him more. And then he wonders if he's, he kind of showed up. They have this like secret bond.
What if the boss is like chilling in his cave somewhere, like, he's on the web and he's looking at this guy's stories and he's like, hey, this guy thinks I'm cool. I'm going to go over there and show my appreciation.
That's right. That's right.
Who knows? Maybe the boss has the internet and that would be even more of a boss move.
That would be a boss move. This Bantle guy says, I'm always going to the park to see if he's okay. I guess he was coming to see if I'm okay too. Ugh.
Yeah, adorable. Either that or he was coming to eat you, but believe what you will, my friend. Believe what you will.
Yeah.
Maybe the boss is sick of having the camera in his face. This guy's paparazzi and the boss is coming to end that.
Maybe like it was a mob type, move where they just come to.
I know where you are, fool.
Yeah.
Keep taking my picture. You see me out here?
No, I think the boss is chill. That's a split lip move. I think being angry. I think the boss is chill. I think he's happy to have friends.
Even if someone's like, his perception is that he's being disrespected. What if he doesn't want to be a teddy bear? What if he's trying to be the badass and he's like, bro, you're ruining my entire
literally
vibe.
Ruining.
Like, I don't have time for this crap. Now I gotta
go. How many girl bears am I gonna bang if you're telling everyone I'm nice?
Now, that's right. Yeah, they don't like nice guys. Come on now. At this point, all he has to do is kill the guy that said he's a teddy bear, and all of a sudden he's right back at the top. So I'd be careful if I was the
Bantle.
I'd be real careful. Maybe the boss has you,
maybe.
He's 2 or 3 steps ahead. Like
maybe.
The boss is he knows what's up. So we may have a follow-up to this story at some point.
We might. Yeah. Man dies by grizzly bear. Did not lay down.
Put to bed,
tried to give him a hug.
Yeah. Teddy bears.
Yeah, that's my true life story of a bear only a few hours away from me. The boss, Canada's sweetheart.
Now, Becky, here's the question.
Yes.
You've mentioned previously in the episode here that you have done remote location.
Yes.
I saw you on camera from Uganda.
Yes.
What are the odds that we can do a Monday show where we go find the boss? It's only a couple hours away from where you live.
Yes.
What are the odds of you getting in the car, driving over there, and maybe like you go confront the boss, or maybe you go over there and you become his new favorite person. And then a year from now, you're like, yeah, I went to visit the boss. Like I looked out my window today and the boss was chilling outside.
Yeah, maybe.
That's what we should do. Think of the ratings.
And I'd be like, come here, bear. Come for a hug. So I normally go to Banff in April every year. And because it's my friend's birthday, we always do it. This year she's turning 40, so her husband wants to like go bigger. So I have to discuss with her and see what her plan is, because they are also taking their kids to Mexico in April. So I'm like trying to figure out our plan. I'm meeting with him tomorrow to see what he wants to do to plan it, but I doubt it's going to be Banff, but maybe. My husband did suggest that we go to the mountains here sometime soon, so maybe. We will see. Got
a cameraman, got the whole 9 yards here. I think I'm going to send you a clip later today of my little unbelievable, where someone actually got hit by a car that was going 65 miles an hour and continued to walk. But
whoa,
I do, and it's true. I almost got exiled from the internet for this video, but at least maybe faster. But I think if we could get the boss on going on daily, this would be like think of the attention we could get worldwide. Yeah, like that's it. We'd end up getting our own show.
That would be all right. I'd be okay with that. And I'm noticing as I'm drinking this, Popeyes, if you would like to sponsor us, I drink your glutamine quite often, not always in this.
Wait a minute, Popeyes, is that
supplements?
What's that Popeyes?
Supplements. It's not chicken.
That is not the Popeyes that I know of. I only know of Popeyes chicken.
We only just got Popeyes chicken within the last 10 years here. This is Popeyes supplements. This is where you buy all your stuff for getting fit.
You get spinach and stuff there delivered to your house?
Definitely not. I buy
cans of spinach,
protein powders, creatines, things like that. That's what you get from Popeyes.
I take a supplement called Bull Blood.
Oh, do you?
It's got this crazy looking bull on the thing, and it's got the horns and all. And I was like, you know what? That's kind of the look I'm going for. So I'm going to try this sight unseen. And I've been taking it for like 2 weeks. And I'm not going to lie.
Send me what's in it. I'm interested.
Pretty ripped. I'm jacked.
Send me a picture of it.
I will.
Anyways,
in my car.
It's story time. Story time with Chuck. It's our favorite time of day here on Going On Daily.
Oh, look, it's story time with Chuck. I rented a Tesla. So,
that's fun.
Let me tell you how fun it is, Becky. Have you ever seen these Tesla cars? Do they have those in Canada? The ones that are just made straight on batteries?
Yeah. Keep in mind, this weather here is not a great place.
It's not conducive to a car
battery.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I've come to find that no place is. So let me give you a little backstory on this Tesla deal.
Okay.
A couple weeks ago, I think I may have announced this in February, but my roofing company, Rio Blanco Roofing, was known as the Roofer of the Month, which is a huge, huge, huge honor that I got because my sponsor for my podcast is Roofer. Yeah. And it was Roofer, ROFR, of the month.
Yes.
And I was featured on a podcast. I was featured on many stories.
Wow,
well, another one of these benefits was they were going to have a camera crew, videographer, come in from Orlando, Florida to shoot 2 days of content with my team and I. Amazing. So I looked at this and I thought, well, where are we going to go that we can have the most benefit to ourselves as a company, where we can get the best content, where we can do this? And I decided it was not going to be in San Antonio, but it was going to be in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
We do a lot of really big jobs over in Dallas. We had a roof that was lined up over there, and it's like, hey, let's just do that job. We'll have plenty of opportunity to go to some of the other ones that we've done. We can get some of our homeowners to sit down and do content. It's going to be amazing. So I'm going to go up there. Last Thursday and Friday was the day we did it. And my plan was, I'm just going to drive up Thursday early. I'll leave here about 2 a.m., get up to Dallas about 6:30, 7. Everything will be fine. We'll do the videos. We'll do our thing. Yeah, it's about 4.5 hours. Not bad, especially at 2 in the morning. There's nobody out.
Because Texas is huge.
It is.
Yeah.
And so I was just sitting there, and all of a sudden I got this wild idea. And I'm like, well, every once in a while when I go on road trips like this, I like to just get a rental car. Just
why not?
Different scenery, different type, whatever. So I thought, last time I got a Jeep Wrangler, it was pretty awesome. Time before that, I had a Escalade. It's like, let's see what we can get here. I'm going to go out to this deal. We may need to drive the camera guy around, and my car is pretty much filled with roofing stuff. So that's not really a viable option.
And not to mention, like, the amount that you get into little scuffles with old ladies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This happened. So I decided I'm going to rent a car. I go on to my favorite app. I won't mention them by name because they're not paying us anything, but I go onto my favorite app and I find some rental cars here at the San Antonio airport, which is literally walking distance from my home. I can see the tarmac from where I'm sitting.
Cool.
And I'm like, I'm going to rent a car. I start looking through, and it's like, do I want an SUV? Do I want a regular car? Do I want a sports car? Do I want a convertible? Do I want a truck? What? Wait a minute. An electric vehicle shows up. And I'm like, I've never seen these before in person. Now, I've always hated on them and thought they were kind of weird, and I've never really given them a chance. So this time, Becky, I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this thing a chance. I don't know anything about the Tesla car, but I'm going to learn because I'm going to rent this for my road trip. Should have done some research on Teslas before I decided this, but I decided to rent this for my road trip. So I go over to the airport. Everything's cool. The nice lady at the counter is telling me how this is going to be great. And it's like, yay, rah, rah, yada, yada, yada. I get the car, and instantly when I start driving it, I'm like, this thing's pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie. Very fast. You didn't hear that here from me, but very fast.
Really?
And like 0 to 80 in like 3 seconds. It's crazy.
Really?
You could be sitting still on the highway and hit the gas and still blend in. Like, this was a very cool thing. And I was very obsessed with the feature of being able to go fast. So I'm doing all that, and I'm watching the battery, and I'm like, man, I literally drove from the airport to my house, and then I cruised around a little bit because I wanted to get used to it and kind of feel what was up. I get back and I'm like, damn, I drove like 10 miles and this thing says I drove like 70 on the battery.
Whoa.
Instantly recognizing this might be a problem.
That
My
is a
driving
problem.
style versus this is not a good marriage. So I'm stuck with it. And I'm like, all right, this is okay. It's going to be fine. They told me that this car will like automatically route you to the nearest charging stations throughout the course of your trip. So like it'll literally take you to where you need to go to keep your battery charged throughout the course.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as someone who has a vehicle that you can literally drive to Dallas and back without having to stop for gas at all, I'm thinking, you know, maybe I'll have to stop once or something like that. That's reasonable, I guess. Wrong. Let me tell you about the Tesla, Becky. This thing says it gets 250 miles to the tank. Okay. Now, my thing was 250 miles away, and I had to stop twice on this one trip, okay? To charge. And this is not the coolest experience either because you're stuck here. Like, I went to Buc-ee's the first time.
Yeah,
that's cool. Obviously. That's cool. Buc-ee's
use their bathrooms, the most luxurious bathrooms ever.
I even bought some cleaning lenses for my sunglasses at that point. I go into Buc-ee's, everything's cool because it takes 45 minutes to charge this stupid thing.
Stop. Oh no, Chuck, we've lost you.
Okay. Chuck, you're frozen. I don't know. You're frozen.
Okay, well now we're good.
We're both good.
Good.
We're both frozen, but now we're both back.
He is a Tesla. His battery needs charging. That's right.
Yes. So I go to the Buc-ee's, I charge it. I'm like, all right, this is going to be fine. I should be able to make it based on everything they've told me to my next location, which is the final destination.
Right.
Well, that was wrong. Yeah. I start driving again and it's like taking me in some weird direction because I know where I'm going.
Right.
And I recognize the fact that the car is taking me in different directions than I normally would go. But then I think to myself, I know that every Buc-ee's has these stupid charging things out there. So rather than listening to this, I'm just going to go to Buc-ee's because I know better than the car does, right?
And a computer.
Well, now apparently this is for debate. So I'm almost out of gas or battery, whatever you want to call it. Right. I got like single digit numbers, right? What? And anybody that knows me knows my cell phone, if it gets below like 98, I start flipping out. Like, what if it dies? So with the car, it's really crazy because it's about 4 or 4:30 in the morning at this point. I'm in the middle of nowhere. The thing's got single digits left as far as what I can do, but I'm going to make it to Buc-ee's. I see Buc-ee's on the horizon and I make it to Buc-ee's, right? I'm like, all right, cool. I go to Buc-ee's. I do the whole stupid thing. You got to back into the spot and you got to like hit all these buttons and stuff. And then guess what happened? None of the charging stations worked at Buc-ee's. Shame on you, Buc-ee's, because that's what I was looking for. So then I look at this thing and I'm like, oh my God, I can go like 10 miles. And what are the odds that there's going to be another Tesla thing? Well, there was one like 9 miles away.
Whoa.
Got to roll the dice. I got to go for it, right? So I do. I end up in Italy, Texas. I had 1% on my battery, which I almost ran out somewhere randomly. This point, I'm cussing it because I passed like 8 gas stations. If it was a normal car, I'm good to go. And I sit there and it's like, it's going to take 45 minutes to charge, or you can do a quick charge, but it'll only charge to 80%. Now, again, I have OCD. I'm not charging a battery to 80% because I can't. My mind will not allow that to happen.
Right.
I'm instantly flipping out. So I got to sit there an extra 20 minutes to get from 80 to 100.
No.
Okay, cool. We're good. So I'm going to get this thing going. I start driving again. I got plenty of juice to get to where I'm going now. So now I'm like, I'm enjoying the scene again. It's a nice, smooth car. It's driving around all fast. It does drive itself.
Oh.
You can hit a button and it'll just like automatically steer and it like knows the distance between vehicles. I'm just chilling, having a good time. Get up there. We do our thing. I get frustrated again because I have to get gas again in it like the first day. And I had to leave my job site because it's going to take an hour to get this thing full. So I'm like, I'll be back in an hour, guys. True to form, that one doesn't work. I got to go find another one.
Oh my God.
So I'm going for like an hour and a half just to get fuel in this thing, right? I get the fuel, I go back. Everything else on the project goes well. I'm ready to come back on Saturday. Or I'm sorry, I'm ready to come back on Friday evening. And it's about 2:30. I'm leaving Frisco, Texas. 4.5 hour drive. That would get me back at 7 o'clock if we do math, right? What time do you suppose I got home from this stupid trip on this Tesla of hell from my 4-hour drive that should have got me home at 7? Becky, at 10:30, I end up almost home, and I had to stop at another place and charge it again in San Antonio just so I could get to my house.
Oh, my word.
Here's the moral of the story when it comes to the Tesla.
Sucks.
I don't know. I can't say this for sure because
bring your own charger. Yes.
Well, I mean, it was a rental. I don't, if I was going to buy one, I'd probably think this through a lot more. It definitely is not the car for me because I drive too much. But here's the thing. If you ask me right now, what were your thoughts on the Tesla? You know what I'm going to tell you? I'm completely neutral to it.
Oh,
surprisingly, really because I hated it all the way on this end of the spectrum. I hated everything. I was mad. I was going to start punching the windows out. Like, I was frustrated. But then on the way back, I got stuck in traffic, but I let it drive itself. And Becky, this is the first time in my entire life I've not been frustrated with traffic.
Oh.
So that offsets the hatred. Or what? So now I was on my phone. I was eating barbecue while it was driving. But then this gives me the final detail why I would never buy a Tesla, because I don't know if this was actually the Tesla or the rental car place. It could be either or. It had a feature where it was driving itself. You had to touch the wheel every couple, like every 90 seconds. You had to like touch it just to prove that you were still there. And apparently there's cameras built into the front of the dash of the car. You can't see them. I didn't do anything illicit or illegal, but
yes.
I was eating barbecue while we were driving down the highway at like 80 miles an hour. I wasn't paying attention. I was texting and emailing.
That's
and
wild.
It gives you warnings, right? Like it'll tell you, like, and I just assumed, okay, well, I'll touch the wheel. I'm still here.
Yeah, we're good. Whatever. I'm fine.
After the 5th one, it like scolds you and it says no more autopilot for you. And it shuts it off and you have to actually drive the rest of the way home.
Because you're not supposed to be eating ribs while you're driving?
Apparently
you
not.
Don't say.
Apparently you're not supposed to be answering emails and eating Hutchins barbecue while you're driving. But I found a workaround because I had to stop for that final destination for fuel. And because it was at night and I'm blind, this thing was driving itself home. And it was the safest I've ever felt driving at night because I had nothing to do with it. But I had to stop and refuel, turn the car off, pretend that I got to my previous destination, put a new destination in, which was the original. Somehow I outsmarted the Tesla on that, and I got my 5 strikes back. So if you're willing to stop every now and again to see, it records it all.
I don't know if I like that.
I don't think I like that. I did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that I really want Tesla or anybody having footage of me inside my car, because I say some heinous things. I do some stuff, and it's like, you know what? That's how you get judged. But renting the Tesla, I don't recommend it.
That is interesting. I've never been inside of an electric vehicle. I've certainly never been inside of a Tesla. My friends have one. She said that she was their designated driver, had to use their vehicle one night, driving their drunk asses home, and she said it was so cool, even in cold Alberta. She said,
I guarantee if you're drunk, it's probably super cool because
it
does drive you home by itself, and it's like.
So tell me, do you get a DUI?
They did see that.
They see you pick your nose.
Yeah. Oh crap!
I don't want that.
See, and I didn't realize all that, but like I said, I did nothing wrong. Never do anything wrong in a rental car. That's my lesson for you folks today.
Just buy a GI Joe with a Kung Fu grip, the one that holds on. And then they just think that somebody's there all the time.
I totally thought that as well. That's exactly what my thought was.
You guys are funny. But like, tell me, if you are drunk and you get in the vehicle, but it drives for you, do you still get a DUI?
I would think not.
No?
I think about these Waymo cars that we have here that there's no driver in them.
Oh, right.
They pick you up. You sit in the back. It drives you home. You wouldn't get a DUI because you're not doing anything wrong. The thing's driving normal.
Interesting.
No DUIs. A couple weeks ago, I thought I solved this entire problem with these EVs, and that's why I rented this one. I wanted to see if I was right, and yeah, I was right.
Interesting. Well, I mean, I don't know. I hate, as someone who's late to everything, having to stop and drive. Like, that's not conducive, like having to charge constantly.
Oh my gosh. It was terrible. That was the worst experience. And there's nothing worse than being stuck in a parking garage in Dallas, Texas, randomly at a Whole Foods market, which is the most like
pretentious.
Yeah, and it's exactly what you would assume as far as where a Tesla charging port would be.
100%.
But it was myself and like 6 other people all sitting in our cars, patiently waiting for them to charge.
Just sitting, hanging.
I looked at all 5 of the others and I thought, boy, we are so stupid. And this is just a one-time deal for me, and I'm never going to do it again. Yeah. If they came out with a model that could get like 600-700 miles per charge, I would do it. But that's it.
Yeah, no.
And I'm not ever buying the truck because the truck is just stupid.
It's too much work. It's like even just like having to fill up my car with gas once a week is like, ugh.
Exactly. But at least you know you're going to get like 3 times the amount of mileage. Sure. So much better.
Brutal. Well, I'm sorry for your experience. Hopefully, if you ever try again, it's a little bit better. It sounds honestly like it was just faulty. Like it doesn't.
I think that was how they all are. I think they're all like that. Everybody that I talked to when I was complaining, they were like, should have known not to take it on a road trip there, bud.
Should have known.
But now I know. Why would you have a car that you can't take on a road trip? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's good to boot around your 15-minute city.
If I was in San Antonio doing Uber, it would be perfect.
Yeah.
Not spending $50,000 for an Uber car, though.
No, certainly not.
Certainly
not. Okay, cool. Cool story. Well, we got one more before the end here. I know we're over, but let's give the people what they want.
Monday is like always over. We did an hour and a half last week. Me and Ron, we were like,
perfect.
We could have easily done a 4-hour show.
Amazing. Well, I won't take it that far because we got stuff to do today, but I'm going to give the people what they want, and that is to be lectured about their life choices.
Come on, everybody. This is what we want.
This is our little health corner here. JJ and I were talking
about health tips with Becky
on Thursday. Yeah, health tips with Becky. These are the 5 worst foods for people over 40. Now I'm 39, so I mean I'm 21, so I mean I got 40. A long idea. But
40.
Yeah, this is from a online coach that I follow named Dan Go. I quite like his stuff. A 2024 study in Nature Aging tracked 100 adults from the ages of 25 to 75. So they find that we don't age in a smooth line, of course. It is certainly not linear. We have peaks and we have valleys. You ever feel like sometimes you got really good, like, man, that was a great year. And then other years you're like, man, that sucked. And maybe
yes, very much so.
This could be bad for me. Well, Ron, if your mac and cheese and Doritos are on the daily menu, then probably yes.
Becky, check this out. I got some mac and cheese right here for you.
Oh my gosh, we still have to send our stuff to each other.
Did you try to do that by any chance? Because I tried.
I forgot and I went to Africa.
Yeah, the Canadians are not very cooperative when it comes to sending macaroni and cheese, and
they're like,
I got a few things here for you. I got you some Mexican spices. Yes, nice. I even had some tortillas, but you don't want those now. They're green.
Oh, gross.
I just heard mac and cheese, and I just want to remind you guys, craft dinner, mac and cheese. We got you on lockdown over here on Going On Daily.
I got my bag somewhere over here.
I ate everything else that I was going to send to you. I'm just being honest. It was candy bar week, and I went and got all of them. And then I was stuck inside for like 3 days because it was cold out, and it was all I had to survive. So I ate the Clark bars and the Reese's and everything.
Dang.
I have to start over, but it was like $85 to send it to Canada.
Pardon me.
I was like, bro, are you serious? Is this like a tariff thing or what?
Well, yeah, naturally. Yeah. Crazy. Well, then we're just going to have to travel, I guess.
There you go. I'll meet you at the border.
Look for the boss with me, and I'm going to go. Well, when I move to Texas, I need you to sponsor me because I don't want to live in Canada anymore.
There you go. Sponsored by Rio Blanco Roofing.
That's right.
Becky's move.
That's right. That's right. I mean,
I don't have any money to donate or anything, but I'll sponsor it. We'll cheer for you.
I need like your like the way that like Filipinos come in the country. Someone like sponsors them, like.
Well, there you go. Yeah, you could be like our foreign exchange student or whatever, and that would be awesome.
That's right. And we need to prove that I can do the job better than anybody else that you can hire locally.
I don't think that'll be that hard to do, honestly. I've been trying to hire people locally for a couple years now.
No, Ron, you can't have the sponsorship to stay there. Yeah, Becky would like to move to Texas. Blue Fire. Who is Blue Fire 81, by the way? What is your name? Did I miss?
One of our new fans.
Okay. I would like to move to, what I really want to do is move to Florida Anywhere really. Is it a great time to move to the States?
Yes.
Probably not. Oh,
yes, it is.
okay.
Of course. It's always a great time.
Is it? I don't love like what's happening in like the Middle East with like.
I mean, let's look at this objectively. It's not great anywhere.
Totally.
I'm sure
fair.
Canada has issues too.
No,
I mean,
yeah,
we've all got issues.
Right. Anyways, let's go back to lecturing people on their.
There we go.
So aging happens in two major waves. The first one hits around 44 years old, with the second one around 60. Oh, Pablo? Blue Fire 81 is Pablo?
All right.
There's talk about going into Cuba now. Interesting. So the mid 40s wave shifts your circadian rhythm. So this is like your sleep and your wakefulness, your cardiovascular health, your lipid metabolism, so how you break down fats, and how you process caffeine and alcohol. This is why you cannot handle late nights and drinks the way that you used to. It's not in your head, obviously. This is literally biology, changing your body. Now, to make things worse, while your body becomes less forgiving, like even in your 30s, like a hangover doesn't feel the same as in my 20s,
It sucks when you get over 40. I've only had one.
Yeah.
And it was like 6 months ago.
And it was painful.
It's the only hangover I've ever had in my life. That's how I know
that it was a bad one.
I can't hang like I used to. I used to just get up and go to work.
Just go and party. Yeah, Ron doesn't feel it. I get hungover, and this is why I'm sober curious, because I don't really feel like doing that to my body.
It's not that fun. I went to a fishing trip and I never even made it to the fishing boat. What a waste.
What a waste. So now to make matters worse, it is actually Hugo. Hi, Hugo. To make matters worse, while your body becomes less forgiving, the food environment moves in the opposite direction also. So ultra processed foods make up over 50% of the average daily diet for people. That's terrible.
I believe that. Yeah.
Modern foods are created to make you eat more without feeling full. So here's a list of 5 foods to cut out after 40. Number 1, this one kills me. I'm not 40 yet, so I'm going to take these next 9 months and I'm going to just eat the crap out of it. It's processed meats, bacon, sausages, hot dogs, deli meats.
Come on now. That stuff's not healthy.
I love a salami, like a deli meat, like a charcuterie. Ooh, I will crush a charcuterie.
Yeah, okay. I might just have to accept the fact that I'm going to die one day and not give up processed meat.
I love that Ron puts 4 question marks behind deli meats. Like, this is surprise information. These are some of the worst foods for you.
Sodium's a thing.
Totally. The combination of sodium, saturated fat, and nitrates accelerate aging in people. The World Health Organization, not that I put a lot of into them, but they classified them as a group 1 carcinogen in 2015, meaning you get cancer from this. The swaps,
from hot dogs? Of course you do. Yeah. I have eaten so many gas station hot dogs in my life that I think I'm pickled. Like, I don't even think that anything can even, infiltrate at a point. But luckily, I stopped eating them around 2015 when they became dangerous. Like, I was eating them when they were healthy. Chili cheese dogs from the Speedway. Oh, yeah.
That sounds awesome. Yeah. Well, this guy's suggestions on swaps are ground beef, chicken, fatty fish, and canned sardines. This doesn't feel satisfying like a hot dog and bacon, to be honest.
Ground beef and chicken and stuff. I mean, that's pretty much my diet. I'll go get I go get a pound of ground beef and I'll just have that for lunch, like just by itself.
No, Ron, you missed it. Chicken is on the good list. But again, make sure it comes from a good source, because America loves to pump their meat full of junk. And I don't know why. Canada too, but not nearly as bad as America. So you have to for sure buy organic, free range, grass-fed, pasture. Like, you need to buy that. Otherwise, you're just getting poison.
I got some chicken eggs the other day from a homeowner we were doing a chimney repair for. I have not eaten them yet because I'm a little bit skeptical. I've never eaten fresh farm eggs like that. And
are they on your counter too?
They're in my car. They've actually been in my car for a week.
Well, that's concerning, but let everything be grass-fed and grass-finished. Yes, Hugo, So number 2, sugary drinks and alcohol. So when sugar hits your bloodstream fast, insulin fires. Of course, if your cells are resistant, which a lot of people's are, most people's, that sugar goes straight into visceral fat. alcohol metabolism is one of the first things to change after 40. Your liver clears it more slowly now. The swap, obviously, sparkling water, teas, coffees, things like that. Sparkling water is definitely my go-to when I go camping now. Organic is a lie created by the grocery stores. Maybe. I just think that certified organic is a little bit tougher because, wind happens and it blows the poison from others. But like, you don't want to spray poison onto your food. Like, let's put it that way. You don't want to genetically modify it. You don't want it to grow bigger because you've spliced some genes together. You don't want to spray crap all over it. So,
unless it has that same effect on me. If I'm going to eat steroided up chicken and all of a sudden I'm like super like jacked up, I would consider that.
Your testicles will shrink. You don't want that.
I don't care.
I don't. What do we even need them for anyway? I'm not
right. Like at this point, who cares? I'd rather just look good on the outside.
That's right. Until someone gets in there and they're like, "Dang, 2 grapes."
And I'll tell you what, I saw a story. Well, we're running late today. I'll tell this story later.
Okay, tell it another time. Jake is here. Hello, Jake. You're in time for the last 2 minutes of lecture here. Sugar is better, way better than high fructose corn syrup that everything nowadays has in it. Just get the real cane sugar. Yes, 100%.
That's true. We get the Mexican Coca-Cola down here, and that stuff is legit.
The African Uganda Coke and Pepsi, it tasted nothing like the regular. It was bizarre.
And that's because it's probably got typhoid and stuff going on. That's a different deal altogether. You drank Coke and Pepsi when you were there?
It has real cocaine in it.
Well, there you go. I'm all in.
Sold. Okay, back to my list. Number 3, fried foods. So high heat cooking creates acrylamide, a known neurotoxin. Most commercial frying uses seed oils like canola or palm or soy or corn or vegetable. These are awful, awful, awful for you, which turns into trans fats when heated. Danny's here. Good morning. After 40 years old, your body is already fighting inflammation. So fried food pours gasoline on that fire. The swap: air fryer, olive oil, coconut oil, tallow, things like that. You can't have fried foods. Just stay away from deep fried nastiness. And the air fryer is delicious.
Indeed.
Number 4, terrible foods for you over 40. Refined carbs, white breads, pastries, instant oatmeal, most cereals. Well, we already said cereals full of mercury, right? We already said that. Rhode Island Broadcasting doesn't condone anything Becky's saying about Coke. Ron is not responsible for anything his broadcaster says on the air. Well, I don't know. It's an opinion piece. All of
it's Coke, actually a Pepsi, fact.
What have you products here are completely different everywhere else. Yes, you're totally true. They are so different. So back to bread, pastries, instant oatmeal, cereals. They're all stripped of fiber. They hit our bloodstream almost as fast as sugar. I get so many clients that are like, "Oh, I eat oatmeal every day." And I'm like, oats are inflammatory. Oats are literally what you give cows to fatten them up.
I learned this from you several months ago. I thought oatmeal was healthy too. I was all about it. And then I was like, what?
No, because then you get an insulin spike and then you're crashing. Like 3 p.m., you hit that wall. That's your blood sugar crashing.
That's me every day.
It's quinoa, sourdough. It's even saying steel cut oats are better than other oats, right? So what can you eat? Meat and vegetables, but you got to make sure that you get it from a good source. Number 5. Wait, did I miss number 4? Oh, no, I got it. Number 5, ultra processed snacks and fast food. So this is Buc-ee's. Your Buc-ee's run.
Now, Buc-ee's is not ultra processed. I watched them make it right there. Like they scramble the eggs on site and like that's pretty legit. It's not like prepackaged or anything.
Okay, I need to check one out. Someone on my trip was
I'm just defending Buc-ee's here. It probably is, but I'm like, no.
Yeah, right.
I'll die before I
will not believe it.
Yeah, before I fought Buc-ee's, I'm going down.
That's right. One of the girls on my trip was actually talking about Buc-ee's, and I was like, I know this place. And she's like, they have the best bathrooms. And I was like, so I've heard.
It's amazing.
That's what they're renowned for.
There was a line to the ladies' room the other day that was probably 50 people deep. And I've never been in the ladies' room. I would assume if it's like the men's, they probably have at least 40 or 50 stalls in there with their own private doors. They've got the green or the red lights on them. But there were people waiting in line to follow behind other strangers to use the bathroom directly behind them. And they were all happy as could be.
That's my nightmare. I don't like to do that. A busy bathroom.
But at Buc-ee's, you don't even know. You don't even know. Somehow it cleans itself before it ever gets to that point.
Okay, well then I'll have to try it out because I need an American road trip here. So ultra processed snack foods and fast foods like chips, cookies, and literally like all fast food restaurants.
What about Chipotle?
Well, yeah, because they probably cook everything in vegetable oil or canola.
No, they don't. They cook it in beef tallow, they said.
Well, then maybe Chipotle's all right.
Or they grill everything, though, honestly, right? I mean, everything at Chipotle is on a grill.
I wonder if
I'm only trying to justify this because I've been on this Chipotle kick and I've lost like 20 pounds. And every time I go straight Chipotle diet, it works.
I don't like rice. So that's a tough one for me. If I could have a lettuce base or even black beans or something, I like that. But
you could do that.
I've only had Chipotle once ever and it was okay. Hey guys, you want to start wrapping up? You're going long. Thank you, Jake. Chipotle is only a step higher than Taco Bell. Gosh, I love Taco Bell. Anyways, studies link these foods to impaired gut health. This is huge in my business. At work, I see everybody with gut stress. It reduces beneficial bacteria, increases inflammation, and can damage your gut barrier. Ultra-processed foods are associated with faster biological aging, independent of calories. So fun fact, we've got the scale at my work. You stand on it. It does like a rhythm through your body. You have to hold on to a thing. It told me when I was 38 that I was like a 44-year-old, like metabolically or biologically, I was aging like a 44-year-old.
Well, you know what? They do that at the gym too to get you to subscribe to personal trainers. Yeah. And I actually had a guy on my podcast that worked at a gym and I asked him this and he basically admitted, yes, when I went to the gym, I had been working out. I was in pretty good shape at this point. It told me that my body composition was that of like a 68-year-old man. Jeez. And I was like, bro, what in the hell can I do to change this? They're like, sign up here 4 days a week with a trainer for a year. It's going to cost you $29,000. Yeah, and I did that. And I'm starting to think because I asked the guy, I was like, straight up, did that thing lie? And he said, yes, it lied. You were probably no worse off than 58 years old. And I said, all right, well, cool. We're good.
Well, I feel like I'm in my 40s some days and I'm like thinking of like these people 80s, 90s. And I'm like, I can barely move now. So this is like really inspiring to me to get my life together here. So the goal really isn't to eat perfectly. It's really just to minimize foods in our overall diet that are super inflammatory, right? Use like a 90-10 approach. So 90% of calories from whole sources and 10%, from these junk foods, right? So that means you can still have your deli meats. You can still have your hot dogs, but like.
I'm having Whataburger for lunch today.
What is that? The Wahlbergs? No,
Whataburger.
I don't know what that is. Jake, be nice to Becky and Chuck. Thanks. That's right. I'm 32, but I feel 62. Well, I hear you on that one. There are no good foods or bad foods in isolation, just ones that you need to eat more of and less of, right? Because in situations like, let's say, back to Africa, these people are hungry. They will eat anything you put in front of them because they are literally starving. So in that case, like inflammation and sodium and all these things aren't really a factor. But, we know here, because we have bountiful amounts of food, we need to be making better choices. So
indeed,
that's it. That's my lecture for today. I'm back on a kick. I haven't done anything since prior. I lost 17 pounds, by the way.
Nice.
And then thank you. Yes. And then I went to Africa and it's only carbs. And somehow I haven't put on any weight since I've been back. I only ate bread this week. No meals, just bread. I bought a couple sourdough loaves and that's all I've eaten. And I'm trying to get not get Ron sued for misinformation. What's misinformation?
Oh, no worries about that. I've already clearly said this is a entertainment program, and some of the things that we do say get embellished from time to time. I've made that very clear. So
yes, but also
no lawsuits on this end. I know how to cover ourselves.
That's what I don't understand. What's misinformation? This is truth.
The Ugandan Coke does have cocaine in it. Probably in modern
obviously
times.
That's not true.
Well, that's the misinformation, I think. So we good.
Well, but cocaine used to have Coca-Cola used to have cocaine in it. Yeah, literally. So
I get it.
Women were fed cocaine because they have, I don't know, PMS cramps. They were like, we don't know what to do. Give her cocaine and a vibrator. And she's like, okay, I feel great. So anyways.
There you go, folks. That's how Monday Bear Week is going to come to a close. Right. We have had a wonderful episode, and I do think this was 1A in the history of Going On Daily, which now gives the Chuck and Becky Comedy Hour both 1 and 1A.
That's right.
So I don't know who's two, but
well, thank you.
The scene is nice up here.
Yeah, that's right. We can just look down on everybody. So thank you all for being here. We had, I know Ron put everyone's names in the comments, but we had Danny, we had Jake, we had Hugo, we had, well, of course, Ron is here. Where was that other name? Oh, Pablo, apparently.
We had a bot that was looking to get us many more viewers for only $250 a month.
That's right. That's it.
Get your followers. I think
$250 a month. That's right. It sounds like Danny and Jake are doing a show next week. That should be interesting. I'm excited. Oh, and Adam. That's right. Adam was here too. This will be good. I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. Hugo's name is now Pablo. Chuck and Becky Comedy Hour sounds like a great show. Yes, it does. Check
every Monday.
I think, I don't know if I'm here next Monday. I have to look into my schedule. But be with us tomorrow. I will be back with Miss Sharon for a Canadian episode. We're talking bears. We're probably talking polar bears.
I was going to say, Becky, can you ask Sharon about her experience fighting with polar bears and what we need to do? 100%. She's the only one that can help us. So
she's the only one. She has all the info, so she's going to be the one.
Love it. I'm on my way to go check out a painting project right now in San Antonio, Texas. And then I'm going to continue building my RioBlancoRoofing.net website, which I've completely redesigned from the ground up.
Can't wait to see it.
It will be amazing. And I will send you this clip later that was going to go viral of a guy getting hit by a car in honor of the boss. So
sounds
thank
good.
you guys.
Okay. Bye everyone. Have a great day. Thanks for being here.
Later.